bitches just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Close.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run.
Here we go.
It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here in the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now on 2nd and 13. Burrow. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. One incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Jackson. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back.
Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Burrow will throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Hardman on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense, because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Jackson now off the bootleg. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Gets it to Hardman, a jet sweep.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They go play action now. Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 32 yards. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now a swing pass for Dillon.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
This goes out wide from Nixon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. They give to Dillon out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
10 yards there and a Bengal first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chuck Clark. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying to force plays, right? You're trying to get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
From the 22, Jackson.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
On the return, Jackson. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Alan Lazard, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. It's Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
Take it in at the 3.
Oh, good-looking return set up here.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
Desmond King picks it.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Here we go.
They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football.
Here we go.
The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. AFC Championship tilt, third quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
On 1, ready?
Now Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go again with Dobbins. A little juke. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 40 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Joseph Osai in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
11 empty.
Here's Burrow. Forced out to his left. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback here. Right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. On 3rd down, Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 28 yards.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Desmond King making the tackle.
Now Jackson.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Here's Jackson.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter. And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity. To throw, Burrow. He's got Smith-Schuster, and he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Now Burrow. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it. That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down. Burrow. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35. Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So all eyes now locked on Evan McPherson. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So in an evenly contested AFC title game, that very likely was the kick that'll send them to the Super Bowl. And that's why you and I are up in the booth. Can't even imagine the pressure he was under right there. I mean, that's a career definer. And he stepped up and calmly put it through the uprights.
It's hot. Change it.
One last shot for Jackson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the